A room sits at the top of a great tower. Inside, a single window looks out onto the vast ocean stretching across the horizon. Stacks of books and scrolls lay neatly atop the wooden shelves that line every wall. In the center of the room rests an ornate desk made of dark wood. Sitting at the desk is a man lost in deep concentration. His thin fingers twitch idly as his dark eyes scan the faded lines of a dry and cracked scroll. With a swift motion, his hand balls up, forming a tight fist. White knuckles shake with exertion before releasing, splaying his fingers out in every direction. A crimson glow begins to form, cascading down his fingertips, moving in and through his thin skin, casting light against the veins and sinew of his hand. Using his other hand, he begins making smooth motions, beckoning the light with gentle movements of his fingers. The light grows brighter, shifting through hues of yellow, orange, and deep crimson. Slowly, it begins to converge into his palm, wrapping in and around itself, forming strands of tightly wound, pulsating energy. The light grows dull as the strands settle into their places. The room now sits in cold, gray contrast to the warm, brilliant light which had only moments before showered the room in lively color. The man regards his hand, which now clutches a small red orb in his palm. He smiles wryly as he moves the orb between his fingers, feeling the radiant warmth emanating from its core. He places the orb in a small silver bowl sitting off towards the corner of the desk before turning back to regard the text. Lost in thought, his focus is broken as he is startled by a heavy banging coming from the door behind him. Ah! Enter! The door creaks open and the figure of a young man clad in loose brown robe shuffles in. He pauses for a moment, regarding the figure at the desk before bowing deeply. I'm sorry to interrupt, sir, but I thought this was something you would want to see for yourself. The young man shakily extends a hand towards the open window. Heaving a great sigh, the man stands from his desk, moving towards the window, casting a bemused look at the younger man before turning his head, looking down towards the sea below. His eyes narrow and one eyebrow raises in a look of inquisitive surprise. This is unexpected. I guess today might be more interesting than I thought. He regards the young man standing beside him. Well, lead the way. It looks like we have visitors. Campaign Notes Podcast, episode 10?
Double digits, baby.
What?
Oh my God.
We made it.
We're pretending that this is such a big milestone when in reality, anyone could have 10 episodes of a podcast in very little amount of time.
That's not true, Sam.
Yep, that's true. We did very hard work.
Yes, so much.
Mostly wrestling with iTunes and trying to get all that stuff straightened out.
Yeah, that was a lot of it.
Yeah, the actual recording, yeah. I suppose anyone could record 10 episodes if they felt so inclined.
Yeah, but, to put the level of gravitas that we bring to the table,
yeah,
it's a tough ask.
And to win so many Grammys by just the 10th episode.
We did win so many.
Oh, I was hoping no one called.
We were winning.
Oh, damn it.
You get away with nothing.
Not at this table. But if you do feel like getting away with something, why don't you get away from your normal, boring life? I don't know. Why don't you?
Don't insult us.
That's not how you make friends. You guys are probably simple and sad and just the grayest folk.
Don't do a lot.
So why don't you get away over to your keyboard on your computer and go to the Campaign Notes website at campaignnotespodcast.com. While you're there, you can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, all your big three, essentially, although we do appreciate the other apps that people use, and we are available on those. At the website, you can find links to the Twitter and Instagram. Twitter is just at Campaign Notes. Instagram is at Campaign Notes Podcast. We have a Gmail, though. If you want to actually ask any questions, drop us a line on the website, and we will get back to you or read it out on the podcast if it's particularly thought-provoking.
Or funny.
Or funny, yeah. Funny...
No, we can't read the funny ones. We can't have anybody upstaging us.
That is true.
No, we'll read them and we'll claim them.
I'm not into thunder stealing like that. Yeah, that's kind of I don't want that to happen.
Well, we already
to us.
set a pretty low bar on comedy, and so we can't
Hey.
have a rando sorry coming in. And speaking of sorry, thank you, Canada.
Yeah.
We know y'all have been listening, and we
that's
appreciate it. Y'all like the Southerners down here.
Yeah.
So while we're talking about people from the South going deep south, Sirenscape out of old Australia.
That is very
I
deep
was
south.
like, well, now where's he
What
going
we
with
classically
this one?
refer to as the Deep South.
Yes.
That's
The
Definitely.
deepest of
The
South.
deepest South.
Appreciate Sirenscape, obviously.
Of course,
their,
always.
Their program used by very many podcasts, and we know Ben Looms really enjoys listening to people attempt to use his product in a way that is actually listenable. The product is good. It's just, when you've got someone like Drew manning it,
It's true.
it can be a bit inconsistent.
I did not major in Sirenscape at college,
That's your fault.
Should have.
which I couldn't. They offered it the semester after I left.
Oh, no.
You could major in Sirenscape. It was only a minor before that, so I just barely missed that train.
Real talk, literally, I think it was the semester after we graduated, they started a vinology degree.
Yeah.
I could have gone to college to be a wino. I think that's the
That's the technical
Yeah.
term.
the,
A wino
for
or
the job you get.
Bacchus?
Yeah. Well, that's if you get your PhD.
Both.
Yeah.
All right. So a quick note before we start this episode. You may notice
We sound older than usual.
we sound grizzled and
This is midweek and
world-worn.
we worked and I'm tired.
yeah. Episode 9 went quite a bit longer than we thought it would, and so we decided to split it into 2 episodes. That is now what you're going to be hearing.
Mm-hmm.
It had a very, very easy cut point that made for 2 distinct episodes, and so we thought that would be just a better way to couch it. And we just wanted to keep things on the level with you, the listener.
Yeah.
But
I also like I'm power tripping on the fact that I know what happens already.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
they don't.
if you'll
spoilers.
notice, we've removed at least 3 people from the podcast, and I'm now doing their voices.
Yeah.
That's all based on events that happen right now.
Yeah. See if
We
you
don't,
can
no, we
pick
don't want
them
to
out.
hype this episode up too much.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's fun. We had a lot of fun, but we didn't want to come on the mic and just be like, "Oh, hey, what's going to happen this time, guys?"
Oh,
Yeah.
Spoilers, somebody dies during combat. Figure out who it is.
But I will do a quick recap, and then we will cross the wires and patch in the episode.
Cool.
So in episode 9, y'all met with a character whose voice was a decision that I made.
Yes.
that is true.
And like it or not, that's the decision I made. And, I feel like people need to do a better job of just sticking with what they decide. Maybe it wasn't the best voice. Maybe it got old quickly. I don't know.
Are you telling me
enjoyed
you're
it.
not a flip flopper?
I liked it.
Yeah.
And as a result, since I am the DM, oh fuck, we forgot to introduce ourselves. Whatever.
Are you the DM?
Hey, if you don't know who we are by now at episode 10, you should
You've
go
hurt
back
my
and
feelings.
Yeah,
start
shame on-
over.
That's true.
Shame on
I'm
you.
kind of sad.
Stop skipping the beginning. This is funny.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
We're funny. Dang it. So you spoke with Barlow, loosely based on no one completely original character.
Absolutely.
And he introduced you to the ship, which you then took fucking forever to name.
And
Actually,
an age of men.
Actually, in the episode, it went pretty quickly. I thought.
through
Yeah, it was fast.
the magic of editing.
Because we like our listeners.
That's true.
Ish.
Here at the table, it was a
Literal
session.
torture.
Yeah. But you found yourself aboard the Swift Action.
Yep.
Get it? That's
Huh?
that's part of the name. It's in quotes underneath it.
Get it.
And you set sail out of Prodzia. Now, while leaving Prodzia, you came face to face with this legion that is the Burning Sea, and with this weird portally green magic that you had not seen before that was literally transporting these ships and getting them where they were going. But you ran into no resistance from them, which makes sense. That is
I was gonna
what
say there's kind of a tip of the hat, right?
Yeah.
And everyone just went their separate ways.
someone who you feel like might have been the captain.
Maybe.
If they've got this crazy portal technology, why they even bother with ships?
Well, because it's a seafaring campaign.
There's that.
Yeah.
The portals only work in the ocean.
Yeah.
And I
And
mean,
powered by salt water.
if they tried to open that portal like on land, I think they just tear up like half the island.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's sea portals.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Like you don't want to destroy the island
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
before you take it over. Like, yeah.
But then
I like to
worth
think that they would use the portals over land, but they would still be in boats. So they would just, crash
drop a
into the
boat.
city
Drop right out of the
and
goddamn
like
sky.
they'd all get really hurt. Yeah.
They do it one time and it's very destructive for everyone.
I told you we should be in the water when we do this.
You need less precision when you're teleporting over the ocean.
Hey, maybe that's it.
But yeah, so after reaching kind of open waters, you take a little bit of time, spend some time getting to know the boat, taking some you time, as it were, for both Kresh and Cyrus. And then you find that as night falls, something strange is going on around the boat.
Dun, dun, dun.
And so we'll get into that right now. So let's figure out initiative order. Is anyone over 20?
No.
Okay.
Oh, no.
It's a big old nah.
Do we have any 15 to 19?
15. Rusam is 15.
All right. Do we have any 10 to 15?
14.
12.
All right. We got Cyrus. We got old Ozzy.
Would you be in initiative order at all?
I mean, I do probably have to roll initiative, but it's. Let me just put it this way: the initiative is very fitting of the situation that I'm already in.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
And Kresh, what'd you get?
4.
A 4.
Wow,
Right.
yeah.
I have a +3
Fantastic.
initiative, and I got a 4. So I want you to think about that one for a minute.
Like you jerked up out of bed. You heard the commotion.
All right. So, first to act is Rusam. Rusam, this thing has lunged onto the deck and is bearing down on you with sharpened teeth and claw.
Yeah, I'm just going to disengage, like step back, and try to go get my weapons around the main mast.
Okay. So you're just going to move to the main mast? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because I figured, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I figured that's like where the weapon rack is and stuff like that, or if not, I would have...
Well, that's where you said you put your stuff, yeah.
So I will grab my...
Well, move your character.
so thank you. That is 25. So
Yeah, he's good.
way good. So I'll move over there and I'll grab my temple sword
Okay.
and strap my staff to my back in case I need it.
Okay. So that'll be your 3 actions. And then we will move on to Cyrus. Cyrus, you have emerged onto the main deck. You can see this weird eel-like creature. Like with Rusam, you've been kind of seafaring for a while. You know what an eel looks like, but you've never seen one with these kind of spindly arms and legs. It's just kind of
Ever at all,
crawling
like it's not
across.
worth doing like a lure sailing or anything like
You've
that.
never seen this.
Okay, so this is some sort of abomination.
With these, like I said, these kind of sacks of glowing fluorescent green all along its back.
Guess he's just gonna look at this thing and be like, "Oh, disgusting. Take this then." And he's gonna use telekinetic projectile to pick up, let's say, I assume there's just like a loose pulley used in rigging, maybe like sitting around the deck.
Sure.
Just a chunk of something.
I was about to say, if nothing else, you can say just pull something out of Rusam's bag.
I was going to say, use Rusam's weapon that he just armed himself with. Yeah.
So there are several javelins also strapped around the mainmast. If you would like to grab on those,
Okay, yeah.
they'd be very apparent.
So,
Can the
Cyrus is
bolt?
going to like look over his shoulder, and it's a loose, unattended object in range at the target.
Okay, cool.
So, are these? Did you say they're tied to the mast?
They'd be just slotted in, like they're not.
Okay.
They're not
Yeah.
like.
So, can we call that loose?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, Cyrus will like look over his shoulder, see these javelins, and almost just kind of like point a finger at one, and then point at this eel monstrosity.
Are you sure you're not a Jedi?
I still don't know what you mean when you say that.
Voice in the sky.
Where'd you come from?
From Falco.
Oh, never mind. I'm going to swim back to Prodzia. Later, guys.
Get the hell out of here, Falco.
I'm very good.
Oh, that's not too great. So that's going to be a 8.
All right. Yeah, and 8 misses as this javelin just kind of flings over the side into the water. Is there anything else you can do on your turn?
He's actually, he'll use his final action to move away just like 15 feet towards the.
The main mast?
Actually, he's going to move up. Let's see. He's going to move towards the stairs opposite this creature to make his way up towards where Ostermond is.
Okay. So you start to make your way towards the stairs leading up to where Ozermon is standing at the helm, and appropriately, it is now Ozermon's turn. What do you do?
Okay. Ozermon is going to cast message down to Kresh
Okay.
and say, "My friend, grab your weaponry. We have an enemy. Top deck. We need you up here immediately."
All right. Yeah, we'll resolve that in 20 minutes when Kresh gets his turn. But
And
you do that.
Yep, and he is going to then draw his crossbow out
Okay.
and fire at the horrible monster thing.
Do you
All
not
right.
have to load it?
I mean,
I have no idea. I'm
would a
asking for the
crossbow
sake
be
of-
like loaded already,
Do
or
you keep it loaded? Do you not keep the safety on?
Andrew Nicholson would not keep a crossbow loaded like that?
That is
So
there you
go.
terrible gun safety. Yeah.
Therefore, if you wouldn't, you have to spend an action loading it.
okay, in that case, then I am just going to draw my dagger out,
Okay.
and I'm going to move.
All right, so you're going to kind of move towards the starboard stairs leading down from where you were at the helm.
Yep. Just trying to kind of not act mechanical flanking, but just getting on both sides of the enemy. So yeah, move up and at the top of the stairs across from the monster.
Yeah, and you draw your dagger. You can feel Desna's might.
Pharasmas, thank you very much.
I thought I got you.
Yeah, just for a second.
You can feel Pharasma, as that is the weapon of Pharasma.
That is,
You feel
yep,
it
the dagger.
glowing with the warmth of your goddess.
That's right. And that is Ostermon's 3 actions.
All right, now it is the eel's turn, and on their turn, notice I said there
Oh!
because at the start, 3 more climb over the edge. 1 on starboard, 2 on port, and I will set them down thus. Okay, and so 1 more emerges over the edge of the
Holy
starboard
smokes.
side. 2 more from the port side.
So whereas we had 1 up here, now there are 4
There are now
suddenly up here.
4.
I was afraid that's going to.
Number 1 is going to take a skittering charge towards Rusam. He's going to get right up next to him beside the mainmast, and he's going to make an attack with his jaws. He's going to attempt to bite Rusam.
Rusam, no!
Slavering jaws.
Not
with
looking forward to see what these guys do.
spit.
Insta kill.
Yeah.
Natural 1.
It wasn't great, but we'll see. 13.
Miss.
There we go.
All right,
We'll
it
take
will make a second attack with a penalty, and that's a natural 3, so that's definitely not a hit.
So that
Kinda-
is
Oh, good. Finally.
Suddenly, my AC has gone down massively.
It swings at you. Just jaws gnashing at your ankles as you just kind of step back. Ugh, gross.
Wait your turn.
The others spent their actions getting up onto the ship, and so we're going
Cool.
to move to Kresh. Kresh, you hear a voice in your head that says, Kresh, come to the top of the ship.
Kresh turns over and goes back to sleep.
Okay, Kresh sleeps. Now, back to the top of the
Part of your
There we go.
roleplay fantasies.
Say not quite. No, Kresh.
This is supposed to be fantasy, not the real world, Ross. Wake up and
I know,
fucking...
right?
Time for school!
So, what would you say is the actual distance? Because I'm thinking Kresh because he was the second person down there, and he took the bosun's cabin, or Cyrus took the bosun's cabin. Kresh probably took the first mate's cabin.
Okay.
What's the distance from the first mate's cabin to the top of the stairs?
Basically, if you spent all three actions, you could make it up kind of to where the top of the stairs coming
Right
out
where
of
Rusam is
middle,
at?
the middle
Okay.
hatch. Back one towards me. Yeah, that's perfect. And so just to clarify, you're coming up unarmored.
I'm coming up unarmored. I am grabbing my axe on the way.
Right.
Now, are you,
figured that.
as we say, butt naked?
Not quite hanging dong, but
Oh man.
So, yeah, you-
is your right side.
yeah, everything's kind of
Uncovered.
revealed.
Oh.
I was about to
So
say,
what's
actually,
this look like?
Yeah, everybody
This is the
sees
big reveal.
Yeah, this is the big
Baby
reveal.
arm, baby arm, baby arm, baby arm.
Sadly, not a baby arm.
Fuck!
As Kresh kind of reaches the top of the stairs, everybody kind of sees that the right side of his body, a little bit up onto his cheek, and then neck down his arm specifically, and then down his chest into his waist, is severely scarred from burning. It's all like, whereas the rest of him is kind of a slightly darker shade of green. That's all a very light pale green and just charred and scar tissue and just kind of icky.
Like those keloids.
Yep.
So yeah, you use your action, you grab your axe, you run up the stairs. What's going on?
What are these things?
My goodness.
This is most unusual. There's like a bunch of writhing monsters.
Yeah, and you just
Fuck are these?
you see to your right it's just these grotesque abominations that look like eels, but you don't know what an eel is, obviously.
Clearly.
And so now we'll go back to the top of the round with Amira. So Amira has, at this point, heard the commotion and emerges out from the captain's quarters. Here, JP, if you could put that, and then 2 to the right, 1 towards me. Perfect.
Amira is on the board, ladies and gentlemen.
She comes out, and her right arm's a baby arm.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
We will get baby arm one way or another.
Rusam vomits immediately.
Oh, God, it's horrible.
Didn't vomit at the awful scar tissue. Does vomit at the baby arm.
Well, this is not how I expected to spend my first night at sea, but let's go. And she will cast a force bolt
Cool. She's gonna get insta kills on all 4 of these.
towards
Yeah.
number 2. They're off the starboard side.
Gotcha. The original one that crawled up.
No,
that's-
number 1's the original.
Oh, that's right.
No,
Okay, this is
Number
Buddy.
2 just got there. He landed.
Gotcha.
Trying to get a chonk off Rusam.
That's right. A big chongus, if you will.
Woof. There you go, Amira. You see just this kind of purple
Uh-huh.
force coalesce between her 2 fingers, and it fires out and hits number 2 there, dealing max damage, 4
Oh,
damage.
yes.
It's not a very powerful.
So you said max damage 4? that was a roller coaster of, of an explanation.
Like, she's gonna
max
explode
damage.
this guy. She's
Yeah.
gonna
Oh
get
my
him.
God.
It's like a real solid magic mist.
Yeah, basically. But you can see it kind of rock back as it gets hit by this just bolt of pure energy, and she's
right.
going to
We'll take it.
ready another one and shoot it at the one in front of Rusam. That is also a hit.
Amira. Go Amira. It's your birthday.
Amira,
Decent
Jamaica,
force bolt.
That's right.
and it also just kind of rocks back as it is impacted by this thing. It's like, well, This is exciting.
It's not exciting, you asshole. With their boss, we're fighting for our lives.
Kresh, I didn't know you had a baby arm. Rusam.
Look, me too.
A baby arm.
It is your turn.
Well, I believe we should become properly acquainted, my watery friend. Yeah. He'll turn around and he's just going to swing on this with this sword, and it's got the trip modifier.
Okay.
Ooh. That is a 20.
All right, yeah, you hit number 1.
Cool.
Very nice.
That is...
Deal that damage.
Sure, good enough. That was a 3. So it does 7 damage straight off.
All right,
top.
yeah, you can see it as you hit it with your sword. You can see just this disgusting green fluid start to leak out from where you slashed across these green pustules all along its back, and it begins to leak onto the deck of the ship.
Gross.
Cyrus, it is your turn. One of these is engaged with Rusam. You've got a couple more that have just crawled over on the port side.
Ooh, yikes. So, I think probably the most prudent course of action here is going to be, So I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
So that's a somatic and a verbal. That gives me +1 AC.
All right.
Then I'm going to move away from them up towards the poop deck.
Yeah, up towards the top. Okay.
25 feet. And
All
that
right.
will end the round.
All right, so you see this kind of like shimmering aura come over Cyrus as he moves up towards the top of the ship. And now it is Ozramon, your turn.
Ozramon just dropped his playbook while he was scrambling to look for something. He's going to move 25 feet down.
Okay. So you descend the stairs on the starboard side of the ship.
Yep.
You can see Amira to your left just flinging bolts of energy.
Yep. And that was his first action. For his remaining 2 actions, he's going to cast Guidance on Rusam.
Okay.
Which you just get that.
Thank you, my friend.
What does that do? Elucidate for us.
What's
Guidance
that?
is touch.
No, it's not. They with one of the updates, they updated it to 30 feet. 30 foot range now. Yeah.
Well, my app is out of date.
Yeah. They so that will give a +1 until the end of the next round, a +1 to attack rolls. What else is it, JP?
It's a +1 conditional bonus to 1 attack roll, perception check, saving throw, or skill check that you attempt before the duration ends. Duration is until Ozramon's next round.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, I'm just going to add that on my turn.
You get a +1 on your next attack.
I figured. Yeah. Hacking and slashing.
All right. So, with Rusam invigorated with a new sense of purpose, we go to the eels. So, first things first, we will resolve number 1 since he's already engaged with Rusam over by the main mast.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to attempt another bite. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to roll for 2 bites because he's going to do it. All right, so the first bite is a miss. I know that for sure. Second bite with a -5 is 20. Does that hit your AC, Rusam?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, it lashes down upon you while I try to find my second fucking D4. There we are. You take 1 damage from the bite, and then feel your limbs kind of contract as you take 2 damage from electricity.
Oh.
Electric heals.
As
right.
this thing sinks its teeth into you, shockwaves running throughout your entire body.
So kind of like grit his teeth. And like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
And all of you hear Rusam just go, oh, my word. Also, while this is happening, number 2 is going to move up towards Rusam and do the same thing.
Oh, good.
All right, the first one is a definite miss. Second one might be close. 15.
Nope.
15 misses your AC.
Very nice, very nice.
It just kind of gnashes its teeth as it tries to get you, while the first one is latched onto your leg. Now, for the other two, they just kind of look around from left to right. The only prey they can kind of see now that Cyrus has moved up to the top is Kresh, and they are going to both move in simultaneously upon him.
Oh no.
Number 3 is going to
It was
take
bound to happen.
going to take a bite. That is a 18.
Yeah, it'll hit.
All right.
Unarmored Kresh.
It does 4 damage and is going to attempt a tail whip.
Tail whip.
A tail whip. That is at a -4 because its tail is agile.
Ooh, it's got that agile tail.
And also, Rusam, how much did I tell you to take in electricity?
2.
Untake that.
Okay.
I messed up. It is the tail attack that does the electricity damage, not the jaws. My B. However, with that, it is a 17 to hit Kresh.
That'll hit.
All right, now this is a tail attack with electricity, and as its tail impacts, you feel just this blunt force hit you in the side of the leg for 4 damage, and electricity courses throughout your body for 1. Now, ow. Now the other
And now the other one gets to attack
eel
me.
is going to do the same thing. Is going to bite and then swing its tail at you. The bite is a 15.
That hits.
Ooh, all that armor.
Yeah, I was about to say.
2 damage. Now the tail will swing, and that is a 15 again. Alright, you take 3 bludgeoning damage and 2 electric damage this time.
Jesus.
So 5 damage total.
I've been halved in health.
You just and you can just feel the currents of electricity coming off of this thing, off of its tail as it has sidled up beside you. And then at the end of their turn, another one emerges off the port bow.
Of course it does.
Please put that on 5. Cash. It's your turn.
Kresh is first going to attack number 3.
Okay.
Just straight up axe attack. And that is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that is.
Alright.
Hell yeah.
Send this monster to its watery tomb.
That's not a D12, that's a D10.
Slice me of some unagi.
Moron. So that's 10 damage to the
right.
first one.
Very nice.
yeah.
Very
And then
And that was to number 3?
yeah, that was to number 3.
Okay.
A second attack on number 3, the -5.
Oh, he's not dead.
So that would be a 13 to hit.
13 does not hit.
Okay. And then the third attack is going to go on to number 4,
Okay.
because due to the sweep trait of the Great Axe, I get a +1 circumstance bonus. So this is only a -9 instead of being a -10.
All right.
All right, all right.
You can hit it.
That's not going to hit. That's a natural.
The first one lands clean, and you just hear this squelching sound as this luminous fluid kind of explodes from its back as your axe impacts on it, and then your second sweep over both of them just goes over their heads as they.
As I say,
below.
just sweep and then sweep again, and they just duck right underneath it.
Yeah, they're short fellers. All right, back to the top of the round. We have Amira. She is going to first cast another Force Bolt. This one heightened towards number 3. Since
What
she
level
just
is Amira?
you don't know.
Fucking 70, man.
Fuck
Who
you,
cares?
asshole.
Ask me that shit.
You don't ask a lady her level.
That's right.
But since she just saw number 3 get walloped, she's going to try to put it out of its misery. Oof! The Force Bolt impacts solid. Let's see if it does enough. As the Force Bolt ricochets off the side of number 3, you just see it as it just is engulfed in this magical energy, and it just expires face down on the deck.
Goodbye.
Yeah, you can take number 3 off the board. She then says, "All right, guys, I've got an idea. Just hold them off. Just give me 2 minutes." And she runs forward and runs below decks.
That's a lot of That's a lot of rounds.
That's like
2
20
minutes?
rounds.
That's a very long time.
It's a figure of speech. Give me a fucking second.
This
French.
is Pathfinder. Everything is very literal.
Everything
and
matters.
Excellent. I'll see you in 40 turns.
I can't give you actual round numbers. That'd be spoilers. All right. And with that, Rusam, it is your move. You have 2 currently engaged with you, and you just saw another one climb over the port bow.
Yeah,
Surrounded by nasty boys.
I'm just gonna swing real hard at the
crash.
one that I already hit.
All right.
as I said.
So that is an 11.
11 misses.
Okay, and swing again. This time I will use guidance on this one. That is math. 14 minus 5, so 11 again. Yeah, crap. Yep.
Is guidance something that has to be activated, or is it just a permanent buff?
You use it. Use it or you lose it.
Either way, it wouldn't hit, but I'm just curious.
Yeah.
And now you are bolstered, I believe, for that.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think you can re-guidance him that quick.
No, yeah, I read it. I was
Yeah.
like, damn it.
We kind of...
He's
gonna fuck that one up in the
He's
race.
going to go for a
Uh-huh.
third. He doesn't really have a way to back out of here without getting attacks on him. So yeah, he's going to go for a third.
Wild man with the dice.
Not at all.
All right. So you see Rusam, who's currently just engaged with these 2 just vicious electric eels. And he's just swinging his sword wildly, but they're just too slippery.
Goddamn eels.
Oh, I see.
Cyrus,
That's a shame.
it is now your turn. Eels breathing down the feet of your compatriots.
Eels up inside you.
Gross.
Let's see. Out of Rusam and Kresh, which one is looking worse for wear?
Kresh.
The one who actually got hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Kresh basically has a thing hanging off of his leg and his baby arm just sliding around like, I'm hurt.
What's your hit points right now, Chris?
16.
Out of?
32.
Okay.
If I had seen that at all, I could tell you something, but Rusam's got his back to you.
Yeah.
So
okay. So, in order to pull this off, I'm going to have to throw my reach spell on it.
Okay.
But Cyrus is going to do a reached forbidding ward with Kresh, and number is at 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he basically just kind of like points at both of them and says some shit, moves his hands around, and so now Kresh, if number 4 attacks you, you get a +1 to your AC and saving throws against anything he does.
Okay, cool.
Nice. Is that all you can do this turn?
Yep, that's
Okay.
all 3.
Ozramon,
All right. Ozramon is going to...
you're currently at the bottom of the steps on the starboard bow.
I am. I'm kind of removed.
You can still kind of see the sea underneath over the banister off that side is still just roiling with this mass of just tentacles and slippery bodies.
Yeah, Ozramon is going to use one of his channel energies, project out, and cast that on Krish,
Okay.
which is going to be 1d8 plus my wisdom modifier. So it's going to be 9
Okay.
9 hit points. That's
9
2 actions.
Nice.
And he's going to use his remaining action. I mean, here we are, baby.
I will also, before you do this,
Sure.
roll a perception check.
Okay. You're not going to count that as one of my actions, are you, Sam?
Yes, I am.
Oh, he said it
Oh, no.
afterwards. 13.
Okay. Because of where you're located at that kind of far starboard side of the ship, you can see there's another one who's currently clawing its way up the starboard section of the ship.
Is it within striking distance?
No. It is basically just emerged from the water and it's just making its way slowly up the side.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to hang out right where I am. Keep an eye on it.
Okay.
Yep.
We are at the eel's turn. Yeah,
No.
my man.
I hate the eel turn.
All right, so first things first, eels 1 and 2 are going to take a couple bites at Rusam standing underneath the main mast. All right, one of those is a definite miss. The other one is a 16.
Tie.
Tie. All right.
Goes to the runner.
You take 3 damage.
Noted.
Then they are going to both attempt to make more bites at your ankles. Ooh, even with the penalty, that might be close. So the first one is 15. Miss. That means the second one will hit, because the second one is 18.
Yep.
All right. 4 bludgeoning or piercing damage as this thing just latches onto your leg. And then number 5 is going to start moving down the port side towards Cyrus. It can move.
Cyrus actually says that, in game as he's.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
It can move 25 feet.
So a full move action.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it can do that twice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it's doing. Oh,
Yep.
Jesus.
And so it comes to rest at the bottom of the portside stairs, and it's got its arms up, and you can see these kind of pustules waving back
I
and
was gonna
forth.
say the idea of this slimy, multi-limbed creature just like furiously flopping towards
on a nearly
Cyrus.
pitch black ship.
Yeah.
All you can see are these just like
Terrifying.
dots
It's the moonlight.
of fluorescent green as these things
Thank
just
God
move
for the
around.
high vis vest. These things are.
Oh my god.
Lighting a couple large.
And then please put
jack
number
lanterns.
6 at the starboard bow as it emerges at the end of the eel's turn. Now, Kresh, it is your turn.
Kresh is going to activate power attack.
All
Game
right.
time, baby.
So that's
Let's go.
first 2 actions and the third action attack. Number
Slap
4.
that eel.
Like I said earlier, everyone put your blood ponchos on.
That'll be a 17 to hit.
17
Yes.
hits.
Welcome to the splash zone.
Eel has been slapped.
Eel is getting
Slap it at
slapped. So that's 2d12.
Cracked die.
That is a cracked die. I really wanted not to. That was a 12.
saw it.
That's a 12 cracked die. That's a 10.
Close
That's fine.
enough.
Okay.
So that's 16 plus 4 is 20 damage.
20 damage immediately destroys this thing as you just golf club swing it out, and it flies over the edge, just exploding in this brilliant display of lime green fluid. A little bit gets on your jerkin. His
loincloth.
your bare chest.
My bare chest.
And your baby arm.
Ross is for all the listeners at home. Ross is rubbing his chest right now because he got a lot of satisfaction out of that attack.
But a lot around here.
Yeah,
Drips down and highlights his six pack.
he's glistening in the moonlight.
Thanks to your initial attack against the other one, and now slaying that, and Amira destroying the other one, you are now freed up, which means you're no longer just like beset on both sides
That
by
is
these
true.
creatures.
Yes, I would very much like some help.
I will help you in a moment. That was my third action.
I am itching
We go
badly.
back to the top of the round. Amir is doing something. Rusam, it is your turn.
Hacking and slashing, keep going, man.
He has no reason to stop, so he's going to go after number 1 right in front of him again.
Okay.
That is... Come on. It's a 9.
That's a miss.
Well, we finally found out who the bad roller is going to be.
Hey, I have done very well so far.
Don't you put that on me,
You know
Ricky
what?
Bobby.
You know what? No, I'm going to grab the other one.
There you go.
Sling it, boy. Oh no.
5 with the modifier. Yeah,
Beautiful.
I say that.
Oh, that one's a hit.
Yeah, definitely. So you know what? Let's
Called a pity hit.
Let's hope I can pull this off. Let's hope I can pull this off.
Yeah, might as well.
Nope. Because that's... Yeah, nope. Okay, this is great. This is pathetic. Started out real strong.
Also, you know what? I've had a realization.
In the combat.
No.
Okay.
Kresh, for running into combat, shirtless, taking out
arm in the
two
wind.
of these guys, baby arm flowing in the wind. You take yourself a hero point.
Oh my
sir.
God!
Get that.
Thank you.
That was the perfect punctuation mark for Weber's failure.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, let me reward someone who did well.
Yeah.
Someone did well, and that deserves to be rewarded.
That's right.
Ross.
I appreciate it.
Great job.
That reminds me, I have a hero point I need to burn.
So, we move from Rusam to Cyrus. Cyrus Cod can see this creature slowly coming up the port side of the ship as it's making its way up towards the stairs. You see Rusam is still beset by two of these, and one has just climbed over the starboard side. What you gonna do?
He is going to... So wait, what can a single hero point get you these days?
Single hero point is only for coming up from dying and removing your dying and wounds.
And if you spend 2,
2 is the one I can never remember, but I know 3 is a reroll.
3's the reroll. Yeah.
well then, Cyrus is going to use... yeah, fuck it. He's going to go all in, all 3 actions to shoot 3 magic missiles at this guy.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
You're shooting at number 5, the one that's coming up towards you.
Yep,
Sometimes the best defense is a full action magic missile attack.
Yes.
exactly. So that's going to be
George Hallis said that.
2,
Yeah.
3, plus
damage.
1.
9.
Is it 1 each or 1 total?
I think we figured out it's 1 total.
That's disappointing.
Because 1 each gets to ridiculous levels, right? Once you
Yeah, but 1 each, that was the whole thing. It was 1 each because it's split. What happens if you split that to 3 targets? Does only one of them get +1?
No, each one gets 1/3 of 1 point taken out.
That is pain.
Math Finder.
We're going to call it +1 for each.
Yeah, that seems
'Cause
fair.
that makes sense to me. If that's wrong, listeners, we will
Please drop us a line.
Drop us a
drop us a line and
Hear
we'll
about it
correct
on
us.
Twitter.
So that is 11 points of damage
Yep,
to number
sweet.
5 as
Zap.
Very nice, very nice.
as these 3 magic missiles just emerge from Cyrus's fingertips, illuminating his pallid flesh.
Eat shit, Eelman.
Eat shit, Eelman, and it just bow. It's still alive though. It's just very unhappy. It's
Which one is
very
that at?
Magically burned.
Number 5.
the one on the port stair.
The one that's coming after me.
Yeah.
So now that Cyrus has done that, Ozramon, it is your turn.
You know what? Everyone else is getting in on the violence. Ozramon's going to hop in there too. He is going to
Get in on that violence.
run up and help Rusam flank the number 1 enemy that's been gnawing at him these
Hell
past few
yeah.
rounds. So he
Okay.
is flanked now.
True flank.
And he's already got his dagger pulled out, so he's going to go ahead and take a swipe.
All right, yeah. Swipe that.
That is a 21.
Okay, 21 absolutely hits.
I hate you.
And it's going to be, now that I've got Deadly Simplicity, that's a d6 for my dagger.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 5 plus 1, that's going to be 6 damage.
6 damage to number 1.
Yep.
6 damage, you just kind of... but it's still kicking.
And he's going to get, while the getting's good, and go ahead and attack with the dagger again for his
All right.
third action.
You could kill it.
No, I couldn't. Not with that roll.
Never mind. It's okay.
Cannot kill it.
6. We're saying our numbers, so no good.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Yeah.
All right.
it's a -2 to the AC right now, so...
I know.
Still? Okay, just
Yeah,
checking, just checking.
okay.
6 definitely does not hit. All right, so with Ozramon's turn being finished, we move on to the eel's turn. Now, at this point, we will start with number 1, who will take another bite and tail at Rusam. Okay, the bite will hit, I can guarantee it's 25.
Sure.
The tail won't unless a 7 hits your AC.
No.
All right. So you take 4 piercing damage as it refuses to let go of your leg as it just... However, number 2 now has shifted its focus to Ozramon, as well as number 6, which comes up from the starboard side. Both will make attacks. We'll start with number 2, who will try to bite and then swing its tail. The bite is only an 11.
Does not hit.
The tail is a 13.
Does not hit, baby.
All right, you see it just kind of
Nice.
Ozermon's just breakdancing around all of the attacks.
until number 6 gets there.
Well, I'm not. Let's not worry about him right now.
Rushing from the starboard side of the ship, he also bites. That's going to hit. This one is a 24.
Yes, that does in fact hit, Sam.
However, the tail attack that it did was only a 5 on the die, which after applying everything is an 8. So probably not.
No, that one does not hit.
Yeah, so you take 3 piercing damage as it locks its jaws around your leg. Now,
my leg!
my leg!
That's how you know he got me.
Number 5 will move up to Cyrus and do the same combo attack. Jaws and tail, gnashing, swinging.
Come at me, slime
let's
boy.
go. Oh, that's the one I wanted.
No.
I've got 1 color die for tail, 1 color die for just the bite, the physical bite. The tail die has been rolling dog shit. The bite one's been okay. The bite is a 16.
Oh, it hits.
So you take 6 piercing damage.
Ouch.
The tail swings in and it's a 22.
Just barely made it.
Sorcerer. Does a 22 hit your AC, sorcerer?
It was a tie.
Sorcerer.
You take- oh, you lucky duck.
What'd it do?
1 damage. 1 bludgeoning damage. 1
There we
electricity
go.
damage. A 22 doesn't put 10 over your AC, does it?
So sad.
Damn it. That would have been a crit. Okay.
It's not a crit.
So yeah, they move up, and then let's put a new number 1 down, coming up on the port side, near the stairs near Cyrus.
God damn. Rotten with you, man.
Kresh, it is your turn.
See, now this is a difficult choice.
Also, you can just hand me a Mira's token because she's not on the ship or not on the top deck.
No,
What the fuck?
she's not on the ship. She
We
bailed.
see her rowing away.
Yeah, it's a classic move. Hey,
Fuck you guys!
I'll be right back, everyone.
No, that's why I flipped her over.
No, I got you.
This is a difficult choice though, because now we've got 3 between the 2 of Ozermon and Rusam, and at least 1 on Cyrus and another one right beside the stairs leading up to Cyrus.
Yeah,
Yeah, that whole situation.
What you gonna
it's a real clusterfuck
What you
by
gonna do,
mass
baby
number
arm?
2.
Oh God.
Help them.
Baby Arm's got to deal with the people that are right beside of him.
Yeah.
So Kresh is going to move around Rusam right beside of number 2.
Okay.
And
Some
is
serious
going
flanking going on right now.
to- Yep. All right, so the first attack onto number 2.
And actually, I think number 2 is still flanked.
So that's
Right.
a 21 to hit.
Number 2's
Friend,
not.
friend or foe, I think counts, doesn't it?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Number 1 is flanked as fuck, but number
Yeah.
2's not.
I gotcha.
Still a 21 to hit
Very nice.
On number 2?
on number 2.
Yeah, that hits for show.
So the first attack on number 2 is a 13 for damage.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
And then second attack onto number 1.
You cleave number 2 in twain.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Be gone, demon.
Getting some meals.
And then because of sweep, I get a +1 bonus to this. And because number 1 is flanked, I get another 2 to this. So it's only a -2.
Well, you don't get the 2 for flanking. He has a -2 AC.
He has a -2 AC, but it amounts to the same basic thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you're not adding 2.
That's
Get it
true.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got him down for -2 AC. Don't worry.
Gotcha.
That's still a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
And
No,
this
flanking
damage.
for these creatures actually increases their AC.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Oh, 1 on the T12, so that's
Yes.
only 5 damage.
That's okay.
That's what I want to hear.
Impotent.
You know,
You're impotent after I just murdered 2 of them.
literally like
That's 1 and a
a
half. Barely
Most useless
scratches my-
character in the party.
like
at
a
that point.
murderous windmill. He's just made his way around on the top deck.
But you can see number 1 is at this point just kind of been beaten up from all sides, but all of them have been really small hits. But you can just see these like as you hit it, you see these pustules kind of explode, but it's not dead. It's just writhing around in this goo that it's generated from its own.
I like to imagine it's got one little connector bit still left over and just a giant cut through the center.
It's reaching up with his spindly arms. Crash, you were my father. That's really weird.
Oh no,
Shouldn't
story.
have fucked that eel, dude.
Beginning
shouldn't
of the next round, Amira, question mark. Rusam,
Amira, rowboat. 200 feet away from the ship already.
Fucking gone.
Yeah.
Out of there. Yeah, it's, again, nothing to do but to keep swinging.
To quote
at this guy.
Outcasta, you know what to do.
15.
15.
Is that with the flanking?
Hits exactly.
Nice.
Nice. Awesome.
Oh, with
Finally.
the flanking, it super hits.
Yeah. Well, I get to
Wonderful,
roll damage
wonderful.
for the second time.
All right. It doesn't take much.
6.
6 damage kills it.
Awesome.
As
Hell
Rusam
yes.
stomps down with his sword, just completely impaling this thing into the deck of the ship. Green ooze flowing out into the floorboards, dripping down below decks.
Ruining all of our clothes.
Oh, I hope that wasn't over my room.
He'll just kind of grimace at this thing as he just kind of shakes the sword off and walks by to flank the other one.
Awesome.
On the other side of Ozraman.
Too bad these aren't warriors. They get attacks of
I
opportunity.
was about to say they're not fighters.
Maybe in their next life.
And I will take my second attack.
And you can still hear just the clicking and clacking of these things climbing up the sides as they roil underneath the ship.
An 11 does not hit, does it?
An 11 does not hit, even with the flanking.
Crap. Okay.
All right. We are on Cyrus Khalat.
Cyrus is going to move
Currently
away from this guy.
Engaged with one up near the helm.
I'm sorry, that should have been a 12.
Still would
Okay.
not hit. Closer, I will say, but
Better, but
so
still.
Cyrus moves away from the one that was engaging
Moves
him.
25 feet away from him.
All right.
And then kind of puts his fingers to his temples and squints at this number 5 across from here, the one that attacked him.
Okay.
Hits him with Phantom Pain.
Ooh.
So I'm going to need a will save.
Okay.
Yeah, make them do some shit.
the most willful of
Yeah,
eels.
time for you to do a save.
Weirdly enough, their will is not awful. That is cracked. That is... Oh, it's the same roll, just uncracked. 13.
13 is not going to do it.
All right.
So you're going to take 2d4 mental damage.
Oh, this could do it.
1, 4, that's 5. And you're also sick 1, and you're going to take 1d4 persistent mental damage.
Okay. It doesn't matter because whatever that 1d4 persistent damage would kill it.
Cool.
Nice. Excellent.
And considering its turn is 6 seconds away after Ozraman,
Yeah.
Ozraman,
Go
we're
ahead
just
and kill him.
Yeah, he goes. Actually, I feel okay. Ah!
It's like Mars attacks his brain.
And his,
Oh, yeah, the
his
country
brain
song
explodes.
starts playing. Yeah.
With this, Ozraman, it is your turn.
Ozerman is ready to make some sushi, boys. He's going to do an attack on number 6 with his dagger.
Okay.
And that's not going to hit. It's just not going to hit.
It's not just me.
You got a dag on him.
They only have an AC of 3.
Oh, and it hits then.
I'm
I'll roll for damage now, Sam. Thank you for letting
Give me your hero point.
I don't think it's going to do it. 13. Or no, wait. With flanked, that would be like 15.
Well, the
No.
flanking is
You
on there.
give me the fucking number.
You give him your attack.
Okay, gotcha. So that would be a 13.
Hits.
My man, Jason Momoa.gif.
Hits exactly,
Okay.
you son of a bitch.
Another 5. That's a 6.
That is a 6 against number
6.
6.
Okay. The number of the beast. Yeah, you can see it just kind of, as you can see this kind of green slime on the tip of your dagger.
Perfect. And for his third action, he's going to cast. Actually, no, wait. Guidance is 2 actions.
Then you cannot cast it.
Bah! I'm actually going to move to the other side of mast number 2 in the stairwell to just kind of close the gap between the monster on the port side.
Okay, so
Yep.
to the other side of the main mast, over to the port side of
yep,
the ship.
that's perfect.
Okay. Perfect timing.
I figured Risam and Kresh can handle bad boy over there.
Yeah,
Should be.
one badly hurt.
Yep.
Because now it is the eel's turn, which means we'll start out with number 6 since he's already engaged with, I believe that's Rusam. Mm-hmm. Might as well just keep beating on the monk.
Yep.
Gonna make a bite with his jaws and a swing with that tail. Well, the bite's gonna hit.
Yay.
Yeah, but that's not what I wanted to hit. So the bite is 16, I assume, does hit.
Yes.
Yeah. So we will quickly roll some piercing damage if I could stop losing my d4s. All right, so that is 7 piercing damage. So, ow. Yeah, he takes another good chunk out of that leg, which at this point has been thoroughly gnawed on. However, I can tell you, unless a 12 hits,
It does not.
yeah. So the tail swings wide, and you avoid the electric surges coming off the end of it. But, great thing, fucking Ozramon, I can call you Ozramon every single time without fail until we're in combat.
Until it's
you write
that's fine.
Ozzy on your sheet.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. I do know that.
That's why I've stopped myself
That's-
from writing Ozzy on my sheet.
That's my combat pronunciation, so I'm okay
Easy.
with that.
Okay. He is going to move up to Ozramon down the port side. Oh, yes.
Oh, for the awe, I didn't know what the awe was indicating, good or bad.
So, the jaw attack is 19.
That does not hit.
And it does 8 damage.
Yes, it does, Sam. Yes, it does.
The tail attack is -4, is 20.
That also hits. Because it's one more than the last one that hit me.
You take
Really?
4 bludgeoning, 3 electric damage.
Oof.
Okay.
I would hate to see
So
both of those hit max.
7 damage. I'm just sad I haven't rolled a crit.
Yeah.
Because
I'm not.
the shocking,
I'm not either.
the tail has a crit effect that goes along with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Probably some
Holy
paralysis
smokes.
bullshit.
Kinda. With some extra damage on top.
Oh, good.
And then at the end of the turn, upon the banisters, you see 4 more eels emerge. You can just kind of just place them, along the lines. Kresh, it is your turn. Rusam is currently engaged with one. Ozramon is currently engaged with one. Both those are injured, but you can see and you can hear these just clawing hands and feet coming up the side of the ship. This roiling, bubbling ocean beneath you, just with all these mutated eels.
Kresh turns over and goes back to sleep.
Okay, Kresh goes to sleep.
Yeah.
It's just all a bad dream.
I think Kresh is he's going to move over to right beside of Ozramon right here.
Okay.
I don't know if that's actually going to flank it, though.
It's
I
not.
don't think
It
it
do
is.
not.
But that's as far as Kresh can move. So,
Okay.
attack. Number, I guess that's 1 now.
Yeah.
I saw it. I saw
It was hanging on a 13, and now it's a nat 1.
My body.
Oh!
I mean, that's an 8 overall.
It's like golf. It's good when you roll
I
the
was about to
lowest,
say,
right?
It's an
I
8
don't.
overall.
You don't have anything that gives you critical fail.
I don't. Yeah, I was about to say with the new critical fail system, there's nothing like fancy about.
unless your weapon specifies.
Yeah, Great Axe doesn't have like a
Yeah.
fancy.
So it's
Kind of
just-
hate that.
We'll
Yeah.
probably
Hoping that
change that in the
changes.
future, but we're going to run it as written
Yeah.
right now.
We should bring the crit deck back.
Yeah, we probably will at some point once y'all are a little bit higher level. But yeah,
So that's just
it just
a
misses.
miss. Okay.
Especially since the crit deck has a insta kill card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't really want to pull that out at level 2.
And then I guess I'll attack it again.
Okay.
Take my -5 right quick. And then that is going to be a 15 to hit.
A 15 hits exactly.
Perfect.
We're going to use this D12 this time because the other one rolled a 1 last time. Watch this one roll a 1 this time. No, so that's 9 damage.
9 damage.
yeah.
You swing your driver shoo, right down the middle of the fairway. He's gone.
Send traps for me, motherfucker.
Flat bladed that out into the.
Now, as Kresh's turn comes to an end, you feel the ship move beneath your feet and come to a swift start and just take off like a fucking rocket ship.
Shit.
behind you, you see a blazing, bright, blinding green light. And the ship just starts trucking it across the ocean. You all have to kind of grab on to steady yourself. You can see the eels that were on the banisters just get flung off into the ocean.
This motherfucker has a burn engine.
It's like the end of Twister, where they're holding on to the thing in the eye of the tornado.
After holding on to the edge of the ship, eventually it comes to a stop in calm water. You don't know how far you've gone. All you know is you were going fast. And you find yourself alone on the deck. All the eels have been swept away or lost to the tides, except for, should you choose, a couple of bodies that have kind of like been pushed back if you want to examine them or something, or do something like that. Basically, I'm going to give you all the choice. If you want to have the eels available,
We'll say one got jammed under the stairs.
I won't just take it away from you.
Mush pile next to the wheel, yeah.
Maybe the one that got bisected.
But you can see behind you just kind of like pieces of, not burnt, but just kind of like small planks of shattered wood are kind of coming off the back of the ship. It's not sinking, like it's not like catastrophic damage, but you can tell there's been some sort of large scale event.
Unprepared for that kind of speed.
Below decks.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
I believe that might have been our friend Amira.
Everyone's hair is blown back. What?
Ozerman adjusts his head wrap.
Rusam does nothing.
Crash is going to call down there and just be like, "You could have warned us. You could have let us know at least about a second. It was very scary."
No response.
Amira?
Still no response.
Rusam will shake the blood off his blade and then
Cool.
just kind of leave it there. And
I prefer the term ichor.
Sure. And then head downstairs to see if he can find Amira.
Okay.
Ozerman's actually going to stay topside and keep an eye out on things.
Yeah, Crash is going to follow Rusam.
Cyrus is already sort of poking around this corpse that's stuck on the top deck.
All right. So yeah, as you kind of start to descend below decks, you can see there's been just shifting barrels and ropes just kind of laying all over the place. There's one thing of salted fish that's just kind of on the floor. No. But as you go down into the cargo area, you can see a slightly open door, and as you push it open, you can see laying on the ground next to this metal contraption set into the bottom of the ship is Amira, passed out unconscious, covered in seawater, which is seeping in from the boards around her.
Crash is going to run over there and just kind of grab her and pick her up and get her safely away from,
Okay.
the potential drowning area.
And yeah, you can see she's just knocked out cold.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and bring her up to top deck and into the captain's quarters.
All right. So yeah, you lay her down in the captain's quarters. You can see she's breathing. She seems uninjured, but you can tell she's just currently passed out. You assume from some sort of extreme exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
Cyrus probably saw them going by with her, so he
absolutely
followed into the room with them.
Rusam's going to start repairs.
Okay.
And
they have it under control.
I say, Crash is going to call out for Ozerman if he's not already followed in.
Yeah. Ozerman was kind of torn. Everything that just happened is a little crazy, and he's very hesitant to leave the station where he can actually see everything. But understanding the situation, he's going to decide to go into the captain's quarters.
Okay. Sorry, just kind of standing there in the captain's quarters, just looking.
Cyrus is going to get him an Arcana check, just to see, what her deal is. Like, make sure she's
On
unconscious.
Amira?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure there's no lingering effect, because I think he would be familiar enough with the concept of a burner.
Yeah.
Like a burn engine. That he knows that's what's happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he's just making sure she doesn't have any after effect. And that's a 22.
You can tell there is some residual magic just kind of lingering around, but it doesn't seem to be
Nothing malignant.
affecting her in any adverse way. It just seems to be that she channeled just an immense amount of power, and as a result has been just knocked out cold, just based on pure exertion.
What do you see, Cyrus?
She's going to be hungry when she wakes up. I can tell you that much.
But she is fine?
I think she'll be fine. Just a good night's rest and, a big meal tomorrow should set her right.
Good to hear. I think we, while she gets her rest, you and I and Rusam and Kresh need to have a little talk out on the deck.
Agreed.
Up to the deck we go.
So you emerge from the captain's cabin, shutting it behind you, and you can see that the light of the sun is slowly starting to creep up across the horizon. And to your surprise, you can see off in the distance a stone spire sticking out as if emerging directly from the sea. And you look upon this wonderful stone monument and realize you just traveled a day's travel in 20 minutes.